Hi, does your resume look like this? Then it should be a concern for you to get to know this resume has 7+ trigger points to get rejected from big HRs of an organization. Now I'm going to talk about these concerns which are there in this common resume. So the first thing you can see in the resume is the curriculum vitae. That's right, the curriculum vitae, or we can say the resume, which is being highlighted. Everybody knows it's a resume, it's a curriculum vitae. You don't need to highlight every time that this is to be highlighted. No, it doesn't need to be. It will give you a negative impact from in front of the HR. So don't do it. Second point, the most important thing. You can see the objective, right? It is being given, the objective is written that, I'll just read out for you, to be a good citizen of an organization, to maintain the reputation and goodwill of organization. Is it just fine for you to get to know the objective from a HR? No, of course not. See, I'll tell you why. Because this objective which we have talked about right now, which I have read in front of you, is not at all professional. It will be a first point from an HR's point of view to help you to get rejected. Seriously. The most important thing now I'm going to talk about is the education. Is the education thing which have been given in a table, aligned table. So you can see the qualifications, school, college, board, year, and percentage, right? You can see. But the table is open. It has no left aligned. To be left aligned, it will be given proper way to get to know them that this is the thing, this has been given, this has a particular thing to be there in this year or not. And you can see, yeah, BE, automobile is fine, Dayanand Sagar College and all, board is fine. But you can see in the year, it's 2016 and 19. That's a duration, right? But in the diploma automobile or SLC-LC, you can see it's written 2016 and 2011. It doesn't have any duration. So either you keep it as a duration or you don't keep it as a duration. You just keep it the last date, the final year date. Which year you have final year, the pass out year, exactly. Yeah, the skills, yeah, these are fine. Tools designing, yeah, you can see in the tool designing, then it says solid edge. So it has two different. One is this one, designing is highlighted and the other one is not. Either you keep it as a highlighted one or you don't keep it as a highlighted one. I'll tell you why. Because this is not proper. This is really not proper. Yeah, your resume is needed to be very much proper to get selected rather than getting rejected. So you can see the internships right now that these candidates have written about 3 parts: Tata Motors, KRCTC and Tata Sales. That's really good. And his qualification as an automobile. Yeah, that's fine. If he's going for an automobile kind of a job, the internships which I talked about, that will be helpful for him to get selected. But if he is going for other sectors of job like sales, marketing or IT sector kind of a jobs, this might not be unhelpful for him to get selected for this particular organization. Because some HRs are only interested to see the basics rather than saying the internships which he has done not in the particular sectors. So I'll tell you not to keep it. It depends upon you. If you want to keep it, you can. But your rejections will be higher if you can see that the sectors which you are not interested, if you're not interested to go for the automobile, but if you're going for the other sectors, then I think you should not keep it, right? Okay, so let's just go for the participations. So in the candidate, just written that attended an advanced training programming. Same way, I will tell you. If you're going for the automobile kind of a jobs or particular set of jobs where this internships is actually linked up, this will be helpful. If you're looking for other, don't keep it. It will be not much of a helpful for you. Projects, yeah, you can keep it. But as I have told you, same way, projects and these things, you should keep it, but in an aligned way. And if it's related for you, the job particular which you are looking for, you keep it or else don't keep it. So now you can see the personal strength. He has written he's creative, smart worker, quick learner, good team player. Okay, that's cool. You have written it, that's really fine. But you know, your resume is not only the thing that the HR will check and will select you or reject you. No, of course not. He's gonna ask you, he's gonna talk to you one-on-one. Then if he asks you that what are your strengths or what are your weakness, that time you should talk about. Rather than posting it in the resume, might not be useful, really. Because this might be a trigger point for you to get rejected, really. Then you can see the personal information. Yeah, your resume should always end in the personal information rather than you have to write it down the declaration on all. You don't have to. Your resume should be short and crisp rather than posting too much of information in the resume. Personal information should be the end. He is written what is his nationality, good. His marital status and his sex, male and unmarried. Age and date of birth. You have to choose between one. HRs can understand that this is your this is your age by just putting your date of birth or just putting your age. You don't have to write it down the both. It's just not needed. Just write it down the one. Just follow it one. And the languages to be known. Yeah, that's the fine. So you always, and there you can see that in the declaration part is also given. You don't have to write it down. Trust me, you don't have to. Your resume should always end in this personal information, rather than putting too much information in this resume. Your resume should always be short and crisp, because when the resume is being seen by the HRs, they should find the information but just reading quickly, rather than too much of information, because he's going to talk to you in person as well. Now I'm going to talk to you about the pros, because I have talked a lot about the cons. Let's just talk about the pros. So in the curriculum vitae, your name, your contact number and your mail ID always to be highlighted, because a lot of resumes are there. From mail ID, from contact number, from their name, as if it's highlighted, it will be much more exposure for the HR to know your resume properly. And the most important things, from the previous year, you have to put in your resume a photograph, because it will be helpful for them to get to know this person's resume is this one. I'm Anushwa. I'm working as a junior HR in freshersworld.com. Me and our senior HRs have talked about this in a proper way, that how these other points are triggered for you to get rejected. So I have talked about the pros, I have talked about the cons, right? Now you will be interested to know how to modify your 2-page resume into a 1-page resume, right? For better, you have to check the next video of ours. This time I'm going to talk about how to modify your resume in a single page, where your chances of getting selected will be higher. So let's just start. Alright, first of all, the thing which you can see, the name. The person's name is being highlighted and it's been boldly written. Yeah, it has to be always highlighted. Your name should be always highlighted. Secondly, in the right hand side, you can see the objective. In the previous time I have told you, the objective which was written in that time, it was not at all professional. The objective which you should be written about so that it will be totally professional is, I just read out for you. To pursue my career in an organization with performance-oriented environment for achievement of personal advancement. Being ambitious and hardworking, I'm looking forward to challenging my potential and be worthy of management, trust and confidence. So this objective, you can see, it's very much professional and very much onto it. Good. Education details, which I have talked about in the previous one also. Always it has to be left aligned and the boxes should be totally proportional, because then it has to have a given value that the box or the resume is in a professional manner. Yeah, this candidate's resume, which you can see in BTech and Class 12, the proportion is not perfectly fine. It has to be always proportional and it has to be in the same amount of distance to be given between each and every blocks. Right? Yeah. And the year you can see it's 2019, 2015 and 2013. Yeah, there is no such gaps are there, or there is no duration. Just the last final year which the person has passed out, that has been only mentioned. Right? Yeah. Then you can see the academic projects. The academic projects which I've talked about in the previous month, that yeah, if you're going for a particular set of job where your education was actually related to that, yeah, your projects will be very, very much helpful. It will be some kind of pick for them to choose you among all. But if you're going for other kind of jobs rather than the educational background of yours, then yeah, you can write it down. There's no harm in that. But it's not that it will be very much beneficial for you. Right? You should write it down, but you should not expect that this will be very much beneficial for you if you're going for other set of jobs. All right. So the next comes the achievement part. The achievements, curricular and co-curricular. You can see the candidates have attended a lot of web development experiences in machine learning as well as inter-school programs and everything. Yeah, achievements to be mentioned always, because what you have achieved in your educational background from the very 12 years or to 15 years, that has to be mentioned, because sometimes it happens that your achievements is kind of a plus point for you to get into more, have an interaction with the HR as well as the interviewers. All right, so you should always mention the achievement and should be highlighted, like in the resume which has been shown to you. So he knows C, C++, Python, Java, HTML. That's really good. He should mention it. You should also mention it. Like, this is a very much plus point for you also. So this is the fine. Now you can see in the personal details part. Yeah, in the first important thing which you can see is a photograph. A big photograph should be given, because it has to be in a highlighted way, so that when the HR or the interviewers are seeing your resume, before he or she takes your interview, he should get to know, okay, this is the candidate. I have a quick idea about that candidate. Then the personal details, DOB, date of birth. Yeah, he has just written the date of birth, September 1996. Rather than he has put up his age also. Either you write date of birth or just put the age. Don't write both. Nationality he has written, gender, mobile number and email ID. His details he has written perfectly and in a bold letter and in a highlighted manner. Right? Yeah. Now you can see you have to write the most important two things. That is the skills. You should always write skills. What are the skills you have? Like, you sound analytically and reasoning skills, ability to coordinate and plan, execute projects, expensive, very good in team working and everything. You should always write it down. Your skills will be a plus point for you to get selected for that particular organization, right? So always write it down, the skills, always highlight your skills. And lastly, the languages. How many languages you speak. As many languages you speak, it will be very much good for you to have a good way of contributing toward this industry or that organization. All right, so you can see the resume is one short page and there's in the back there's nothing. Hope you have a very good amount of ideas how to modify your resume and everything. If you still have any doubt, anything you want to have clarified, we also, Freshers World also does resume making services. So we can also help you to build up your resume, and that will be a professional resume. If you have any other details and anything, please let us know in the comment section below. And also the resume which I have shown with you as a reference, that will be also tagged in the description box. So you can also have a help with that resume as well. Okay, thank you so much.